All right, well, I'm back with another Sudoku again today. This one I found because I saw a comment posted that said, just finished this puzzle and I loved solving it. And so I clicked the link to Logic Masters Germany and I found a puzzle with 5 stars difficulty, but a 98% quality rating. And it had several good comments on the post. Loved it. Great puzzle. Very beautiful. Very stunning. Cool logic. Very nice, etc. One person even said one of the best puzzles I've ever seen. So, I mean, I had to try it. So, this is Arrow Garden by Potato Head 21. And it sounds like it's not going to be easy, but it should be very interesting and fun, and so I'm going to give it a try. The rules are just pretty standard arrow and little killer rules. So the digits along the arrows have to sum to the number in the circle. And the little killer gives you the sum of the digits along the indicated diagonal. That's the digits outside the grid. And that's it. That's all the rules we need. So link in the description as usual. So you can try it yourself, and I'm going to give it a try now. Let's start our timer, although that might be dangerous on this puzzle, uh, given the 5 stars for difficulty and the comments about it being tough. But now, the interesting thing, so, I mean, there was a lot of good comments, and I thought sounded like it would be fun, but I also was intrigued by these branching arrows here. I've seen some branching arrows. I've used them before in puzzles, but I don't know if I've seen any with quite so many branches coming off of lots of arrows. And this one up here is kind of crazy. So, okay, so obviously what we can see here is these two sum to that number in the circle, obviously. These two sum to the number in the circle. Therefore, these two have to be the same digit, as do these. I mean, which tells you, so whatever digit is in those two cells has to also be over here. But that doesn't really tell us too much because, I mean, it could even be, you can't even limit it from the circle because let's say, for example, this was 9. Well, you could have 8 and 1 and 8. These could be 8s and that could be an 8 in that circle or something. So, all right. Well, one thing that we can do is our trusty friend, the 3-cell arrow. So we know 3 cells if you can't repeat a digit, so if they're in the same box, then the minimum you can put in the circle is a 6. It doesn't do much for us, but these down here are kind of interesting too because these 3 are all going to be the same digit essentially. I'm going to put one of those up there and down here. But so what? Same thing here. These 3 are going to be the same. These 2 are going to be the same. Yeah, that doesn't tell us much. So we can't even say that there's a 1 on here because if this is a 9 in the circle, then this could be 2, 3, 4. So what can we do? Okay, well, these we can limit a little bit more actually. Because, well, this one anyways. Maybe not this one. I'll have to look at that one a little closer. But this one up here we can because we know that there's 1, 2, 3 different sets of 2 cells that sum to this number. So 6 would have 1, 5, and 2, 4. 7 has 1, 6, 2, 5, and 3, 4. Okay, so it has to be at least 7. It has to be something that has 3 different ways to make it in 2 cells. So it's 7, 8, or 9. If it was 7, what would be 2, 5, 3, 4? This would be 8 and 9 then. If it's 8, these would be, let's see, it'd be 1, 7, 2, 6, and 3, 5. So these would be 4 and 9. If it's 9, oh, if it's 9, it could be anything that sums to 9. Okay, so those can be any digits in there. And I can't imagine there's any way we can use the little killers yet. Because we just don't know enough about, I mean, we know that this is the same, these two are the same digit. But yeah, we don't know enough yet. Hmm. And we almost have a kind of a mirror symmetry across the diagonal, but not quite. There's this one that's like this, and this one goes straight, and then with these arrows kind of both going the same direction. That's interesting. It's close to mirror symmetry, and we also don't have the symmetry with the little killers, obviously. But so, what do we do? Oh, well, maybe is there something we can do over here? Because this one, oh, and we didn't look. We were gonna look at these. Yeah, I forgot. I did that one. So is this one? We know it has to have at least two different ways to, so it can't be like three or four. Um, could it be something like five though, as small as five, with one four and two three? So whatever was here couldn't be there, so it would have to match that one. Um, let's see if we do that. If we go to the coloring, oh, no, I clicked off the cells. Yeah, those, and then these would be like that. Could this one then be yellow or red? I think so, because you can't use this yellow or red, but you could use one of these here, and then it's kind of, yeah. Okay, so this one could be, um, something as small as five, where it would have one, four, two, three, I think. It's going to be tough, but I think it's possible. I don't think I can rule that out yet, so. Um, but what I was just noticing before I went back to that is there's something interesting going on with these row 3 and column 3 because yeah, so let's think about this. So this whatever's in this circle, let's call it A. Let's put a letter in there just to have something to talk about. A. This is A. The circle is obviously A, and this is A. So these are 3A, and yeah, okay, right. Yep. Okay, I think I see. So instead of thinking about the A's, actually, let's forget about that for a second. We need to look at it from the other end. These two are both the same, right? Whatever this circle is, these two are both the same. So we know of course that a whole row and a whole column equal 45, but the 45 isn't even the point. The point is they're the same. This row 3 has to equal column 3. These two are the same. So if you take 45 minus that arrow, let's call that one A, minus A, you're going to get the same. So now we know that this equals this, right? Well, this one is obviously the same for row 3 and column 3 because it's the same digit, literally. So we can say that these 6 cells equal these 6 cells, right? Well, these two have to be the same because of this arrow. So now we know that this equals this, and since each of those is just 3 times whatever their circle is, those circles have to be the same. So let's make those yellow. So those have to be the same, whatever they are. Now, what does that do for us? um, so, interesting. So we know then that because these are the same, in box 9, whatever digit is in that circle, it has to be in here somewhere. Now, if we knew it was on the circle, that would be nice. because that would limit these. Although not much, because we already know it's 5 or more, and that would just make it 6 or more, but it'd be something. So, something going on with these, I feel like, too. Okay, just to make it easier to see, I'm gonna color these because is there something we can do there? Okay, the yellow also has to be. I feel like I'm. You know when there's a word you're trying to think of and it's right on the tip of your tongue. I have that same feeling right now. Like I can almost see what to do, but I can't quite not quite put it together. Okay, so the yellows also can't be in here. So we know the yellows are in those. But could that be the yellow? Or even one of the arrows, I guess. I wanna make that a yellow just because it feels right, but so okay. Yeah, yeah, no, something else we can do. Right, we can limit this some more. Forget the yellow thing for a minute. If this is 5, we said this could be potentially as low as 5. If this was 5, these would be 1, 4, 2, 3. We'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These would have to be 6, 7, 8, or 9. Well, there's no way. You can't do 6, 7, 8, or 9 on 2 cells. So this can't be 5. Now this was 6. These would be 1, 5, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 3 and 7 would be the smallest you can. So this can't even be 6. So this has to actually be 7, 8, or 9. And it's going to be the same over here by the symmetrical logic. Now, can it be 7? Now, 7's a little easier to get up here. So you can put something as big as 8 up here. But it has to be with, a 1. So let's see. If this was 1, let's just say this was 7 and it was 1, 6, 2, 5. Right, then you could have 3, 4. If this was, yeah, okay. So now 7, 8, or 9 are possible in here. If nothing else, you can definitely make it the same if this equals the yellow. Now you can probably do it without it being yellow as well. If this is a 9, you've got lots of options up here. But like 1, 6, 2, 5. No, 1, 6, 3, 4. And then you could do 2, 7 up here if this was a 9. Yeah. Well, no, you can't do 2, 7 because this is 7. Could you do 9? 1, 6, 2, 5. What about 2, 5, and 3, 4? Yeah, 2, 5, 3, 4 with a 7. Then you could do 1, 8 with the 9. Okay. So they don't have to be the same. Unfortunately, that would actually make it a little bit easier, I think, if they did. But um, but yes, okay. Back down to box 9 though. Remember, the yellow can't be in any of these. But now that we know the yellow is 7, 8, or 9, it can't be on this arrow. So this is yellow. This circle is a yellow, which means it's not 6. Okay. Cool. Now, oh, but what about this one? Can we say the same about that one? I don't think we can. Because if this is yellow, then that's going to help us because we've got the blues and these are going to equal. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of the same digits there. So So let's make these blue as well, because they are blue. Um, Now, this one, this cell, is in this column, obviously, but it's also in this box, obviously. Yellow is in this column and this box, and we have all three blues in the column and in the box. So these four cells, the other ones, have to equal those four. Now, does that do anything for us? Hmm, not really. Not yet, anyways. Maybe later it will. And we can do the same thing. These four have to be those four, but don't know these four are these four. Now that's a little bit more interesting because we have this arrow here. The other one is only, one of the two cells in the arrow. So now that is kind of interesting because these two equal the yellow, right? But these three sum to equal the yellow. So you can't take two of these three and have it sum to the yellow. So this one must be on that arrow. I don't think I can do anything with that right now, but I know it's true. Okay. Let's go back up here. Okay, so the yellow in box 1 can't be here. It obviously can't be on this air. Oh no, that's not true. Because if it's 7 and this is 8 or 9, you could put a 7 up there. I was going to say it has to be one of these two, but we don't know that, do we? So this this is okay. Let's so we know these are the same. So, hmm. I'm trying to see if I can make this one say that this one is yellow. Can we do that? Yes. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Okay. We can say that that one is yellow. Okay. Here we go. So this cannot be yellow, obviously, because it's on a arrow that sums to yellow. This cannot be yellow. The blues cannot be yellow. So none of these can be yellow. So the yellow is in one of these four. Well, can the yellow be on this arrow? What's the maximum number we can put on this arrow? Well, we would have to have a 9 here, and 6 would be the biggest we could put on this arrow. And the yellow has to be at least 7. This has to be yellow. And now we've got something because the blues and the yellow, so these four obviously are the same. These three aren't necessarily the same digits, right? If it's 8, we could do 1, 2, 5, and 1, 3, 4. But they're the same total. So these two have to equal those two. Yep, and we know which one is which because this one, it, let's call this A, and this one B. So A plus B equals yellow. If this was A, this would have to be B because B plus A would equal yellow. So these two can't be the same. So this must be the A then, essentially. And so then if this is, let's say, oh, I can't use C because C is a shortcut. Let's call it E and F. If that's E and F, so E has to be here, this has to be F, this has to be B. Okay. So cool. That's now what do we do with that? Which now tells us, right, because, oh, but do they have to be the same? Now I'm second guessing myself. Do they have to be the same digits though? We said they had to be the same sum. But do they have to be the same digits? If, for example, this was 1, 2, 5 and 1, 3, 4. So we know A and E have to be the same sum as these A and E. And B and F, these have to be the same total as these. You know what I'm wondering is, for example, let's say it's 9, just because 9 gives us the most options. If this is 1 and 8 and say 4 and 5. 1, 4, that would be 5. These could be 2 and 3 with 7, 6. Couldn't they? I think they could. Hmm. Well, that's annoying. Okay, so we can't say that those are all the same. Now, if yellow turns out to be 7, then we can say that because there's only one option for this arrow. And maybe we can say it anyways, but I thought was onto something there. Okay. So what else can we do? I wanna limit the yellow up here as well if I can. Actually, no, before we get there, look at this. Yellow, yellow, there has to be yellow over here. It can't be there, but it also can't be on the arrow. This one's yellow. Which puts a yellow right here because it can't be on these arrows again. Maybe we can get, look at this. We can, ha. And that's what we needed right there. Because now where can we put it in box 1? It's got to be right there. By I guess normal Sudoku. I mean, it's not super normal. It's normal Sudoku on colored cells. Oh, that's crazy. Is that right? Yeah, because it can't be on the arrow. So it's got to be up there. And then again, it can't be on the arrow. Down here, can't be on the arrow, can't be there. Puts that one up there. And yeah, yeah, yeah. So that, oh, sorry. Can't scroll. So that is yellow. And okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, because this, remember we said this was 3 times yellow. Well, now we know these are 4 times yellow. And, and, yes, and up here, this is 4 times yellow. So, and the row equals 45, the box equals 45, so 45 minus 4 times yellow, whatever that is, these two have to equal these two, which means these are all the same digit. So let's make those, how about red? Oh, not that one. These are the same digit. Now, what do we do with that? Okay, so if it was 7, these would be 28. And you would have 17, so these would be 8 and 9. If it's 8, you would have 32, which would leave 13. Which would be 9 and 4. The problem is the 9 gives us too many options. We know that these two would sum to 9 in that situation, but it could be 1, 8, 2, 6, or 3, 5. Can we do anything with this little killer? We do have 3 yellows and 2 blues. Now, that's interesting. Because three yellows, 2 blues, and these. Okay, so this whole box is 45. So four yellows plus here, let's color this one just to give it something that we can call. Let's go with, how about pink? So red and pink. So 4 yellows plus red and pink equals 52. Okay. 3 yellows plus red and pink plus these other 4 cells. Sorry, 4 yellows plus red and pink equals 45, not 52, because it's in the box. 3 yellows plus red and pink plus these other 4 equals 52. So that tells us that these have to equal yellow plus 7? Those 4? Which would be interesting if yellow was 7, because that would tell us that those equal 2 yellows. But, okay, what if it's not? So if it's 8, then those have to equal 15. 9, 6, or 7, 8. So it would have to be 9. No, sorry. Those would be 15 total. Seems like it has a lot of options. And if it's 9, then those equal 16. Hmm. So we know those are yellow plus 7. How do we use that? Maybe we can't yet. Okay, maybe should I go back to this? I feel like that felt like it was something helpful, but I couldn't quite see how to. Okay, if it's 9, 6, this could be 3 and 5. If it was 1, 2, 6, 3 and 5, this would be 4 and 6. And then if it was 1, 2, 6, 3, 5, 4, 6. This is 1, 3, 5. You'd have 2, 6, and 7, 3 out here. That seems like it would work. I want to know if these have to be the same digits. I know they have to equal the same total. And if this was 1, 2, 6 with 3, 5, and 1, 3, 5 with 2, 6, then that still lets the blues be the same digits. Because definitely these 5 digits have to be the same as these 5 digits. So if you had 8, if you had 1, 2, 5 with 3, 4, you'd have to do 1, 3, 4 with 2, 5. But if we knew it was 7, then those would have to be the same. Okay, well, we said these 4 were yellow plus 7. Yellow plus 7. All right, I'm going to make this one about purple. We'll say this one is purple. Actually, instead of doing that, colors mess me up. We're going to call these A again. And this will be B, and this will be C. Nope, not C. We can't use C. A, we'll do A. I can't do X. G and H. How about? Let's do G and H. Oh, G and H. Okay. So I just want to write this out. A. Oh man, come on. Type AAGH equals. This is almost more trouble than it's worth now. Uh, Y plus 7. Okay. These 4 together equal yellow plus 7. Now we know obviously this is 2A. So let's make this 2A. So yellow plus 7 is probably an even number. Unless it's 8. So it's either 14, 15, or 16, essentially. These two together equal 14, 15, or 16. If it's 16, that's 9. So A could be like, well, G and H would have to be a minimum 1 and 3. So then A would be 6. at most. Okay, maybe that's something. Okay, so make yellow as big as possible, right? That makes this 16. Make G and H as small as possible, 1 and 3, assuming they're different digits, I guess. If they're the same, then you could have a 7 here. But if they're different, this would be a maximum of 6 then, if those were 1 and 3. And they'd have to be 1 and 3, not 1 and 2, because if you have 1 and 2, now you have 13, and you can't do 2 times A equals 13. So they'd have to be 2 odds, or 2 evens, but 2 odds would be smaller. 1 and 3, these would be 6. You'd have, but see, you could put 7 and 8 right there. These are limited to 1 through 6. This would be a maximum of 6, but you can't say that those would have to be 7 and 8 then. Because if this is 9, this could be 8 and 1, or 7 and 2, or... Shoot. Okay. I was hoping that would... Okay, well, we know there's a red over here and a red down here. But what does that do for us? There's a red... Oh, there's a red in the blues down here. And it could be right there. Put a red down here. The red could be there. The red could be there. It's got to be one of those. But what does that do for us? Man, I feel like I'm so close. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try something else. Okay. We're gonna color. Are we gonna color it? Coloring can be difficult for me. Okay, we're gonna go for it. This is purple. This is green. So I'm gonna color kind of the pairs that sum to the yellow, if I can. So this one is then gonna be how about orange? There's got to be at least 3 ways to sum to the yellow. Now, obviously, this one can't be the purple or the orange, because these are all going to be the same. This one and this one are the same thing. These two are the same digit. Ah, these two are the same digit, so they have to be the green. Because whatever digit is in here has to be down here. So these are the green. Oh. Now, does this one have to be the purple? I think it does. Yes, because one of these 2 digits could be up here, right? It can't be in here. It can't be in any of these, obviously. One of them could be could well, it can't be the red either because this is the red. Yeah, so these two have to be purple. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So these two are purple. Now what about this one? Yeah, so okay. So we know the only way that red and blue sum to the number in the sum to yellow is if it's 9, right? That's the only way that otherwise if it's 8, these are 4 and 9, and if it's 7, these are 8 and 9. So you're not using those two in a two-cell sum. The only way it works is if it's 9, in which case blue plus red is the fourth option. But there's a red right here, so these can't be blue and red. They can't be greens. They can't be the purples. These have to be the oranges. Now, what about this one down here? Can't be the green. It could be purple if you reversed, the digits here. And it could be orange if you reverse the digits. So this is purple or orange, I think. Okay, what about over here, though? So this one is orange. So this can't be green or orange or red and blue. So this one has to be purple, which means this one is orange then. So this one can't be orange. But again, it could be the purple kind of with the reversed. Wait, what about box 2 here? This one has to be green. Right. And again, this one we don't really know. It could be the purple with the digits, the opposite of these, or it could be the green with the digits opposite of these. And I don't think we really know anything about these. Because I think it could even be, no, it can't be green. It can't be green. Or red and blue. So it's orange or purple. But it could still be purple if you put that digit here and that digit there. That one's orange or purple. Let's write that. This one can't be orange or red and blue, so it has to be green or purple. So if it's purple, then you're putting a purple digit down here. That seems okay. You gotta have purple up here somewhere, but it could be in there. Okay, well, we know this digit is down here. So the other orange digit is this one. So there's an orange in the middle here. Oh, so these are orange and pink? Orange and pink? Yeah. These are orange and pink. But do we know which is which? Don't think we do. And these are pink and green. That digit has to be down here. So what are we gonna? My Roomba. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I always forget to turn him off before I start recording. All right, pause. We'll pause that. We'll start that again later. Okay. Um, don't think that's gonna give us what we need. I need to know if these two are the same. That's what I really need to know. Okay, so yellow and blue and yellow and blue. We know these two are the same total as those two. The problem is, do they have to be the same digit? Man, I'm over 45 minutes already. This is a 5-star difficulty. They were right. Feel like I'm on the cusp of breaking it open, but not quite getting there yet. Okay, so we know that the red is in the blue, so the red is in here. But we don't know anything about the pink down here. Okay, so these 4 have to equal yellow plus 7. So it's 4 yellow. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Do we know? No, we don't. So 3 yellow. So there's 4 yellows plus 7. Yeah, plus the red and the blue. 4 yellows. The 7 gets us to 52 instead of 45. Don't know. All right, we had 2 blues plus G and H, let's say. G and H plus, I'm going to get rid of those letters there, equals yellow plus 7. 14, 15, or 16. And we want to know if G and H have to be the same. Well, they definitely couldn't be the same if yellow is 8. Because your total has to be odd. 2b is even. G plus h would have to be odd. So they couldn't be the same digit. Now, man. This is yellow. This is yellow. If I knew that these were the same digits, that would be helpful. I know they're the same total. I want to know if they're the same digits. Because that forces these to be the same digits. We know these four are the same digits as those four, not just the same total. They're the same digits. So but if this was 1, 2, 5, and this was 1, 3, 4. I don't like just trying things like this, but I'm kind of stuck, so I'm going to go for it. Let's just say, for example, that's what it was. These would be 3 and 4. These would be... you can't do that. So, right, because if it's 8, one of the two is going to have to... If they're different, and it was 8, one of them would have to be 1, 2, 5, which would be 3 and 4, and 4 would have to go with 4. So you can't do that. So you can only do it if yellow was 9. So say 1, 2, 6 and 1, 3, 5. Because these 5 digits definitely have to be the same as these 5 digits. You can't use anything too crazy. So 3, 5, these would be 2, 6. You would have 3 and 7. These would be 6 and 4. See, I think that works. These would be 4, 7, and 8. 4, 7, and 8. And whichever these is 6 would correspond that way. And down here, the 3 would be with the other. No. Oh. Okay. Wow. Okay, I got it now. I got it now. All right, we said these 5 have to be the same digits as these 5, right? Because of the yellow and the 3 blues. Right? So that only leaves 5 digits. But these also see a yellow and 3 blues. This one, for example, sees this yellow and these 3 blues. This one sees this yellow and these 3 blues. They all see a yellow and 3 blues. So these also have to be from those same 5 digits. So we don't even have to figure out if these are the same. This one, where can it be in box 9? It can't be a blue. It can't be the yellow. It has to be one of these two. And can it be this one? That would make these the same. these two, those two were the same, that would mean that these sum to yellow. 2, 3. 1, 2, you'd have 3 yellows. This would have to be... Well, but this one has to be down here. We know that. And this one has to be over here. One of these two. And the same here. This one has to be here. This one has to be here. Can we... Those are the same, then these are the same. Well, either way, these all have to be from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, because that's all you can put on the 3-cell arrow. And so I think that means the arrows have to be the same. Because, well, we already showed that with 7 and 8 it has to be the same. With 9, you could have 1, 2, 6 and 1, 3, 5. Except then the 3, 5 is going to need a 4, which you can't use then. 2, 3, 4 with 1, 2, 6. You'd have 1 and 6. You'd need to have an 8. 2, 3, 4 with 1, 3, 5. 4. You'd have to have, again, you'd have to have the 1 with an 8. So these are actually the same digits. Okay. I'm sure there's a better way to show that, but I've convinced myself they're the same. So now we know these two are the same digits as these two. Okay, so we can go back to our other thing. These two have to be the same digit. Let's call them G. Let's make those G. These two have to be the same digit. Let's make those H. So this is then... So H is in here. This can't be H. Let's I'm going to change that. Instead of H, let's do J. And we'll put K with J, and we'll put H with G. Okay. Wow. So we know there's a G in here. So these are the same digits as these. Now, this one. So there has to be a G in here. G can't be red. So G would have to be up here somewhere. G and H could be orange. Ah, so G and H... No, G could also be right here, couldn't it? I was going to say G and H. No, G and H can't be purple. G and H can't be purple. G and H are right here. This can't be G or H. G and H have to be orange. Because they can't be red and blue. They can't be greens. They can't be purple, like we just showed. They have to be orange. Okay, and I bet we can do a similar thing over here. Okay, J and K can't be orange. They can't be red and blue. Can't be orange, can't be red and blue. So they have to be green or purple, and J and K can't be purple, so J and K are green. Okay. Which then means what? Green and orange. So purple. Okay. And we know the red is in the blue. And we know that we can't have two purples or two oranges under here. Right? Because two purples equals yellow and two oranges equals yellow. So what would your third digit be? So you have to have, this has to be red with a purple and an orange, and this has to be a purple and orange and a pink. So pink has to be on the arrows. It's going to be the same thing. A purple and an orange, right? A purple and an orange, and the orange has to be this H here. This is H, and this is K. And down here we can do the same thing. This is K, this is H, this is the pink, let's just call it P, P. And now we've got something because we know these are the same digit. Same digit. So we have 2B, or not to be. No, we have 2Bs and 2Ps equal yellow plus 7, which means yellow has to be odd because this is going to be an even sum. Yellow has to be odd. It can't be 8. Okay. Something. It's 7 or 9. Oh man. Now, okay, it's 2 blues plus 2 pinks equals yellow plus 7, which is 14 or 16. So it's 14 or 16. 14 or 16. So we can get right. So divide by 2. Blue plus pink. Just do some algebra here. Blue plus pink equals 7 or 8. So, and I'm talking, I guess I should write in the B here. This is what I'm calling blue. I know we have these others marked blue, but the key is that these are the blues that I'm talking about. So, actually, can I say, I think I know what color this cell is, don't I? I've got 2 greens. And blues can't be orange because the H is here, which sees all 3 of the blues. This is orange, by the way. These 2 are orange. Let's just color those in just to make sure we see what's going on. Okay. So we've got both greens, both oranges. This is pink. Right, so the blues have to be a purple. Actually, both purples. They have to be. The blues have to be both purples. And this can't be purple. Can it? No. If this is purple, right, if the B here is purple, now we've got 2 purples in the row and the column, so these can't be the other purples. So these actually have to be the purples. Which means the blue is actually red. these are actually red. So now we've got a different equation here actually. So we know blue plus, actually no, red. This is now red. Red plus pink equals 7 or 8. Right? And yes, yes. So there we go. Because if this is 9, we know this is 1, 2, 3, 4 nines, 45. Red plus pink has to equal 9 if yellow is 9. But red plus pink has to equal 7 or 8. Yellow is 7. An hour and 5 minutes, and I've got my first digit in the grid. But I've got 9 of them. So, you know, that's something, right? And now we know red plus pink equals 7. Right? No. Uh-oh, what'd I do? That doesn't work though. Does it? 1, 7, 7, 7, 7. No, red plus pink equals 7 or 8. It doesn't necessarily equal 7. It can equal 8. 2, 3, 4, 7 times 8. Or 7 times 4, 20. I can't even think now. But red plus pink, red and pink have to be 8 and 9. Pink can't be 8 and 9. Oh no, what'd I do? I did something wrong. Oh, poop. All right, let me go back. I said 7, 3 yellows, red and pink, plus those 4 equals 52. 4 yellows, red plus pink equals 45. So these have to equal 7 plus yellow. And yellow 16, which is 14 or 16. Okay, I went wrong somewhere. Let me go back. Let me go back. What did I do? Is it calling these pink that's the problem? Are those pinks? How did I determine those are pinks? Maybe those aren't pinks. I said we had to have go back, go back, go back. Oh no. Ah, this is a disaster. Okay. Okay, we know these are this is H and this is K. We know that because these have to be the same digits. This has to be H, this has to be K. But is this the pink is the question. I think that's maybe where I went wrong. So we know these are the same. Whatever they are. Whatever they are, let's call them Q. Q actually, Q looks too much like W. Or Q looks too much like P. Let's call them W. These are the same. So I think all the working out we did up here still works, right? So we've got 2W and 2 blue. These are the ones we're calling blue. Equals, Yeah, and so it still has to be 7 or 9. It's 14 or it's 16. W plus blue equals 7 or 8. But that's not necessarily these. How did I get that? Okay, so we've got both greens, both oranges. These have to be pink, red, or purple. No, this is a green. This is a green. This is an orange. Green and orange. This has to be pink, red, or purple. Can't be red. So it's pink or purple. But there's no reason this couldn't be purple. This doesn't have to be pink, I don't think. Could this be purple? Why did I decide that wasn't purple? Shoot. It's either pink or purple. And I think we've pretty well shown it can't be. It can't be pink. Because it didn't work when we made it pink. But it could be purple. This could be a purple. This could be potentially the other purple, actually. If this is purple, there's a purple here. Wait, oh, but it could be this one. Yeah, okay, never mind. Never mind. Oh, shoot. Thought I had. Okay, can it still not be 9 though? Can we still go back and say it's 7? I feel like we can still say it's 7. But okay, this is whoa, what'd I do? Oh no. Oh no. Careful. Gotta be careful with the coloring. Okay. This is yellow and yellow and yellow. So we have 3 yellows. Purple, red, and blue. And B and W are different digits, which sounds crazy, but obviously, so they can't be 4 and 4 to get 8. It would have to be 3 and 5. Oh man. Okay, let's see. K, K. Ah, so we know. Maybe we can do some more coloring. This one actually has to be K. Just, normal Sudoku gives us the K there. Same thing here. We get an H there. So that means this has to be H. This has to be K. These have to be J's. These have to be G's. J, J. There's a J over here. There's a G down here. J. Um, okay, there's a K up here. K. Okay, so this is J. This is K. There's a J here. And there's a K up here. So that could be K and J right there if those are both green. Otherwise, yeah. So if this is K, that has to be J. But J has to go with K because they're the pairs that equal the yellow. So this can't be J or K. So these are green. Maybe I just need to keep coloring and not try and figure out a digit yet. K and J, and now, yeah, we have K down here. I should color that. Let's color this one, color the H. I'm guessing I can do the same kind of thing. Let's see, this is gonna be H, this is gonna be G. GH, this is G and H, G, G, there's a G down here. And oh, this one's a little bit different. There's an H here, but same effect though, right? So if this is G or H, then if this is G, then oh, actually, if this it's a little different. If this is H, this one can't be H, but it actually has to be G this time. If this was H, it would force a G there, and H and G would have to go together. So this has to be G and H, which gives us a G there. Those are orange. And is that all of our G's and H's? Nope, that puts a G here. Okay. Now, oh, so W has to be purple. Because where can you put a W in box 4? W has to be purple. Okay. I don't know which of the two purples it is right now. But it has to be purple. And we know... Interesting. So, if yellow is 7... Right, this would have to be the other purple, actually. If W is 8... Okay, let's continue on with this. W, where can it go in box 6? Can't go here. Can't go in any of those because that one matches there. So W has to be in here, which means this is W. There we go. Okay, good. So hold on. I'm gonna get rid of the E. Okay, there we go. W is here. Now, can we do the same thing down here? W can't be there. It can't be in any of these. Can't be there. Oh, but it could be here. That's less good. The bent arrow there and the straight arrow here makes a difference. Because we know W is in there. But we can't limit W to here. W could be there. W can't be here. It's one of these two. Right. No. Either way. Oh, never mind. Okay, yeah. One of those is W. And one of these up here is W. W plus blue. If yellow is 7, this is the other purple. So pink and red are definitely in here somewhere. W here. W. Oh. Here we go. Okay. W in box 7. Because of this W. W is here. And now we know W is not in any of these, and it's not there. This has to be the W. Yep, because it also can't be here. So this is W, which means, what does it mean? What does it mean? This is not W, so this is W. And now, so this is purple. This is purple. There's a purple over here, one of these. Okay, what up here? W's in one of these two. So this is actually J and W. These two are the same. Right. So there we go. So these are the same. Should we call them Y? We'll put Y with W. Why not? Y with W. Y has to be this. This is Y. And now we've finally got it. It's the same digit we had originally, but this time it's correct. Now we know Y plus W equals yellow. It has to be 7. Okay. So I guess an hour and 21 minutes in, we've got our first digit now. But it's the same digit we thought we had before. Now what can we say? So we know pink and red are 4 and 9. Figured that out earlier, right? I believe. Let me double check because it's been a long time. 2, 3, 4 times 7 is 28. You need, yeah, and you'd have 1, 6, 2, 5. No, it's not 4 and 9. It's 8 and 9. That's right. 8 and 9. And that has to be these to be 8 and 9. Um, this one's 8 or 9. Now, do we know? Yeah, we do know these. These are J and K in that order. And let's see what else could. So right here has to be. We've got K. This has to be J, right? Yeah, this is J, which is green. What about right here? This is the pink. 8 or 9. Pink. So there's a pink down here, which has got to. Nope, not necessarily that one. Because we don't know which one of these is red and pink yet. I don't think. This one has to be pink, though. Which means there's a pink up here. There's a red. We can't. So this is J or W, and it's got to be W, because we've already got a J there. So this is J and W. This is green. W's are purple. We really probably don't need the colors anymore since I'm using the letters now. But we'll just, why not? Why not keep going with it? Okay, this is Y. This is W. Y. There's a Y down here. There's a W. Oh, the W has to be over here. So Y in here with a red and a pink. This one can't be red or pink. This has to be Y. That's purple. That puts a Y down here. That's purple as well. This is Y. These are the 8s and 9s. This is an 8, 9. This one has to be the red, which then makes these red. This one red. Pink is gonna be here. These are going to be pink. We have a very colorful grid now. The red also is going to be up here. It's an 8 or a 9. What do we have in here? This one has to be a Y. Oop, Y. This is the other 8 or 9. This is the... Nope, that's the pink one. This is the purple. This one has to be pink up here. And that will leave a purple there. Now we just have to disambiguate everything. So, how are we going to do that? So we know... Oh, right. So K, H, and W have to be 1, 2, and 4. But we don't know... K, H, and W are 1, 2, 4. That means... Y... Okay. Oh, the little killers! It's the little killers here. Of course. I was like, how are we going to figure this out? Okay. Let's do a little we'll do something down here. Okay, so K, H, and W are 1, 2, and 4 because we know that's what sums to 7 and 3. Okay, which then means that G, J, and Y are 6, 5, and 3 to match up with those, right? Now let's look at our... Okay, this is 8 or 9. Okay, so K and J equal 7. Right, Y and W equal 7. Okay, so that's 14. That takes us down to 20. So these have to equal 20. And G and J are... Okay, so equal 20. And this... So J plus G equals 11 or 12 once you take out an 8 or a 9. 11 or 12. And it has to be 11. So J and G are 5 and 6. Y is 3. Y is 3. Now, the fun part about a coloring puzzle like this is you get to put in lots of digits all at the same time. We now know that W is 4, therefore, because they have to match up. We also know, because we said 7, this is 7, that's 14. J and G are 11, that's 25. So pink has to be 9. Is that all the pinks? I think so, which means red is 8. Now, from that, we can use the other little killer. 9 and 3 is 12. We know G and H is 7. That's 19. So 19, so that's 10, 17. These 3 equal 17. So it has to be J is 6 and G is 5. J is 6. G is 5. And that gives us K's as 1s because they match up with the 6s. 1s, this is 1. And H has to be 2. And I think, in just a shade under an hour and a half, I think that's the solution to Arrow Garden by Potato Head 21. Wow. Oh, and my timer. It's like an odometer in an old car. It rolled over and we lost the hour digit. So I did it in 29 minutes. Look at that. The timer says 29 minutes. It must be. Wow, that was definitely a 5-star puzzle. Definitely the hardest puzzle I've done on the channel so far, I think. And definitely the one that took me the longest. Let me know how you guys did on that if you even attempted it or not. How'd it go? Did you have another way? I felt it didn't feel quite right the way I figured out the 7 there. I don't know. I got it eventually. Um, Man, what a puzzle. Great job, Potato Head. I Yeah, amazing. Um, and thanks to the people that had suggested that as a puzzle to do. That was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I gotta go take a nap now. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks. Bye.